The man saw that the girl was drunk and needed help, so he rushed forward and pushed the girl down the stairs. This attracted the attention of the neighboring police. He left the stadium with his daughter, but he didn't realize that the entrance to the concert was also full of SWAT officers. He had to drag his daughter back again. He didn't understand why there were so many SWAT officers at a concert. The man asked his acquaintances at the concert to find out the truth. The police got a tip-off that the serial killer was at the venue, so the police have surrounded the venue and will check it, but inside he's already in turmoil, because he's the one the police are looking for. But fortunately there are still 2 hours before the concert ends. The highly intelligent Matt had time to think about how to get out of here. He took his friend's work card while he was moving things around in the warehouse. Then he used it to get to the logistics area. There's a large group of SWAT officers receiving their mission statement from the chief. Matt was very calm. He hung up his badge and walked through the 40 years old, and he has a goat tattoo on his hand. As soon as we find such a guy, we'll tell everyone to go and arrest him. Matt grabbed his coffee and left. On his way out he took one of the police radios. He went back to his daughter. Then he used the bracelet to cover the tattoo on his arm. Then he put on a headset to listen to the police's movements. He quietly checked the map of the arena. Finally he found the location of the fire alarm. It him. I'm afraid the escape plan is not going to work. Matt went down to the lobby to look for other opportunities. He saw that the French fries waitress was very busy. The machine was often left unattended, so he snuck over and flipped the switch. When the waitress came back she saw that someone had put a glass jar in the fryer to heat it up. Before she could react there was a violent explosion. The woman was burned. While this was going on Matt took the waitress's clothes. He went straight to the roof. He planned to escape through the ventilation ducts here, but after only 2 steps he realized that it was also guarded. Matt immediately started his own shoots approached him. Matt rushed to give the code word to prevent his identity from being disclosed. Matt was free from suspicion for a while, but with the concert coming to an end Matt's cover would be blown sooner or later. He stood by his daughter's side uneasy. At that moment his daughter suddenly mentioned that it would be great if she could be the lucky fan chosen by the big star at the end of the concert, because then she could go on stage and dance with the starlet, and get her autograph backstage. Matt then went over to one of the staff members to talk to them. He was raving about how great the starlet was on stage. He was surprised to learn that the man was the starlet's uncle. With his top-notch acting skills he manages to make friends with men with this speech. It doesn't matter who he chooses to be the lucky one anyway. He might as well do a good deed. The man really came over and chose Matt's daughter as the lucky winner. This was the envy of everyone around him. Matt managed to bring his daughter to the stage preparation area. At the end of the concert the actress invited the lucky winner to come on stage and sing the whole song with her. He thinks he's finally got away with it. But then another message came over the intercom. The commander thinks that the murderer has a very high IQ. That's why he hasn't been caught yet. Maybe he's disguised himself as a staff member and changed his identity. That's why we need to guard the backstage and check all male staff leaving. Matt looked back and saw that the police had set up a checkpoint. He'd lost his chance. As he watched the actress go backstage Matt had a plan. There was only one way he could get out of here. When it was time for the autograph session Matt leaned over to the room. The actress agreed. She went into the dressing room with Matt. As soon as Matt entered the room he took off his disguise. He revealed himself as a serial killer, but he also has a hostage currently being held in his home. When Matt for this world, if she doesn't want anyone to die the actress will have to take Matt and his daughter and leave the venue without police scrutiny. The choice was a tough one for the women. In the end the actress couldn't handle the pressure. She chose to help Matt bypass the police and get into her sports car to leave the venue. It's true even with all the siege we still can't catch the psychopathic genius. Just when he was glad to have escaped the actress offered to come to their home in front of his daughter. The murderer frowned. This will expose his home address. Obviously it's not a good thing for him, but he couldn't resist his daughter. He couldn't reveal his identity as a murderer at this moment, so he reluctantly agreed. He wanted to see what this woman was up to. Soon they arrived at the home of the murderer. As the biggest star in the area the family was very excited to see her. They didn't expect such a character to come to their home. They didn't realize she was there because of the man standing behind them. Then the actress was given a warm welcome. The actress saw how simple the murderer's wife was and how cute his children were. She realized that they had been kept in the dark, and the murderer was in deep cover. So she simply got to the point and said, "Have you heard about the butcher the police are after?" The woman said she knew the rumors about the butcher. She said he was an animal. Listening to his wife's comment the murderer could only force a smile from the side of the table. But the actress' questions didn't end there. The two chatted deeper and deeper. When the woman asked about the butcher's appearance she began to follow the other woman's words. She said the butcher was a 40-year-old white male. He has a legitimate job, and he likes to drive a dark-colored car. According to the police such a meticulous killer must be obsessive-compulsive, and dark-colored cars are less likely to get dirty. She also said that Butcher's childhood was traumatized by his mother. It was his mother who was the first to realize that her son was different. Her remarks made the murderer himself uncomfortable. If he kept talking like this his wife would definitely suspect him. So he gave the order to leave and politely asked the actress to leave on her own. But the actress also caught his weakness. A man will not easily reveal his identity in front of his family. So before she left she offered to play a song for the family of her. In fact he was threatening her that if she did anything he would press the remote control button. He'll kill the man in the room. The starlet invites the girl to play along. But before she starts she hides the girl's mobile phone. phone. Then they began to play. When it was over, she offered to take a picture of the moment. The girl rushed to get her mobile phone, but she couldn't find it. The actress took the opportunity to grab the man's phone. After taking a picture of the two of them, she turned around and rushed into the bathroom and locked the door. Then she opened the security camera and contacted the man. After learning the details of his captivity, she turned on the webcast. She posted the details online. Thousands of viewers soon flooded the room. The murderer was outside. Not seeing that things have come to such a pass, she simply revealed the real identity of the murderer. The man outside was the butcher himself. Shortly after she finished speaking, there was a sudden silence outside. No more noises of women and children. At that moment, the door of the room was slowly opened. The butcher stood in the doorway.